We are journeying towards the end of the year, and this year has delivered a lot of positives to warm our hearts. Here are the top 3 positive news stories of November 2021. Number 3. Sikh men created a lifeline using turbans to rescue hikers at a Canadian park. When an emergency happens in the wilderness, quick thinking can often mean the difference between life and death. After accidentally sliding down the face of a steep rock wall, 2 wayward tourists who recently found themselves stranded by the edge of a deep pool at the base of a thundering waterfall in British Columbia's Golden Ears Provincial Park knew they were in a serious predicament. Fortunately for them, 5 Sikh hikers who happened to be on the scene and witnessed their plight used not only their heads but also their turbans to mount a pretty amazing rescue. After taking stock of the situation, and with no cell phone service to call for outside assistance, the savvy group of international students struck on the idea of unwinding the long coils of their traditional headgear, and along with some added footage afforded by bits of their clothing, they managed to fashion a 33-foot lifeline with which they were eventually able to fish the stranded pair from their perilous perch. Once the 2 anonymous hikers were pulled to safety, park officials stepped in to assess their condition. As neither required medical treatment, they were released on their own reconnaissance, likely with a stern warning to better mind where they're going next time. The 5 Sikh hikers, while more than pleased with their day's work, were humble about their heroic exploits. It was simply a matter of being in the right place at the right time and having the means to help, they said. Number 2. A lending company gives 11 homes to 11 stunned veterans. You won't be able to stop the tears once you see these veterans being surprised with new homes. To celebrate Veterans Day in the US, the nation's top Veterans Administration affiliated home lender launched a national campaign to highlight vets and their service. With the help of actor, comedian and retired US Marine, Rob Riggle, Veterans United Home Loans has been giving thanks to veterans across the country by surprising them with new houses, completely paid off. Veterans play a pivotal role in strengthening civic health, from volunteerism and voting to charitable giving and community involvement. As the initiative's first expression of gratitude, the Missouri-based lending company and its charitable foundation surprised 10 deserving veterans with a new house each. And the big news for veterans nationwide is that they can enter for a chance to win the 11th house by joining the sweepstakes at thanks2veterans.com. From a single widowed mother of 3 to a Vietnam veteran in need of a wheelchair-accessible home, the 10 veterans selected are all active in their communities from every military branch, the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. Houses are being given away in California, Georgia, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina and Wisconsin, and maybe keys to the 11th house will be given to a veteran in your neighborhood if you aren't one yourself. Number 1. Over 100 global leaders pledged to end deforestation by 2030. More than 100 global leaders have pledged to halt and reverse deforestation and land degradation by the end of the decade, underpinned by $19 billion in public and private funds to invest in protecting and restoring forests. The promise, made in a joint statement issued at the COP26 climate talks in Glasgow, was backed by the leaders of countries including Brazil, Indonesia and the Democratic Republic of Congo, which collectively account for 85% of the world's forests. Several additional government and private initiatives were launched to help reach that goal, including billions in pledges for indigenous guardians of the forest and sustainable agriculture. Multiply the positivity by sharing these sweet stories with your friends on social media.